What's up, street gods? Eric from Eric Street Photography Blog. Just arrived back in LA from an adventurous time in Japan. So I want to give you some practical thoughts and tips and strategies on how you could essentially photograph every day. So I actually think one of the most difficult things in photography is to stay inspired to your photography regardless of where you are, whether you have a full-time job, regardless if you have a full-time job, and so forth. And the difficult thing is, first of all, ask yourself, why is it important to shoot every day? So the first thought that I have is the reason why it's important to shoot every day is that I think all of us have a creative impulse, and if we're not able to fulfill or satisfy that creative impulse, we actually get a little bit depressed. Sorry for the squeakiness. So yeah, there's a lot of us who have day jobs, 9-to-5 jobs, you have to commute, we have family and other responsibilities, which we say get in our way. But realize that it's very pertinent for your mental well-being to essentially do your photography, your video, your art. And so I think once again, it's very important for you to be selfish while you make photos. So the reason I think it's important to shoot every day, once again, is I think it helps us find more appreciation in everyday life. So it's so easy to drift through life and just not think so much. Like, for example, most of the times we're looking at our phones, we're looking at our devices, we're checking our emails, and we never really have the opportunity to think and reflect and meditate on life, on what's important in life and what isn't important in life. And so for me, photography is good because it helps me slow down, it helps me look around, it helps me appreciate the small joys of my everyday life. And not only that, but it helps me engage with the world in a much more meaningful way. So realize once again, when you're trying to do more photography of your everyday life, you want to just kind of keep it simple. So I generally recommend using a simple camera, simple gear, simple equipment. So for example, like an easy setup is just get like a Ricoh GR version 2, fits in your front pocket, has great image quality, and just get an Airkin neck strap or Airkin wrist strap, which is optimized with the loop. And then not only that, but just have it in your front pocket and shoot during your commute, shoot around your office, and of course you could always just use your phone as well. Because ultimately, I don't think the point of photography is to become the world's best photographer and to make images which last forever. Because to me, that's just like too much stress. I think it's actually more interesting and more meaningful for us to just document our everyday lives, document the love we have with our friends, of our environments. And so some practical tips if you want to find more inspiration to shoot every day. So some practical thoughts is like, just look around you and just photograph whatever you find interesting, like whether it just be some grass, like just a nice shade of the color grass, photographing urban landscapes. So I'm just like, if you're just walking around a random neighborhood, like I'm here in the burbs, photographing, just urban landscapes, photographing your friends, your family, your people. Also, just I think one thing that could make us a lot happier as photographers, individuals, just go on more short walks. Like, so even for me, like I'm currently staying at Cindy's mom's house, and it's so easy to just get stuck in the house all day and never leave. So generally what I like to do is, I do a little bit of work inside the apartment or inside the house, and I'll just go on a short walk. Sorry, there's a lot of cars coming in and outside the neighborhood. So I'll just go on a nice walk, walking around the block, and I'll just take my camera with me. And whenever I see something random or interesting, I'll just photograph it. And I, once again, treat it like walking meditation. Is when you're out shooting, don't really expect yourself to make a super, super great photo. A lot of that is just having the right luck and opportunity. So you could do that. And also, so like even if you're, frustrated or stressed out at the office, just walk around your office block for like 15 minutes, snap some photos there. Also, one thing that I like to do is when I used to work a 9-to-5 job, I used to just stay around after work for like about an hour and just shoot some night street photography. I think night street photography is fantastic, especially now with our digital cameras. We can shoot ISO 1600, 3200, no problem. And it opens up so many opportunities, and especially nowadays with smartphones, it's so awesome because I remember when I started photography and street photography, like phone cameras weren't really a thing yet, which is kind of ridiculous to think about. Now, you know, you get a brand new iPhone or any new Samsung, Android, OnePlus camera, the image quality is amazing. So we really have no technical things holding us back. And also another practical tip I would give is sometimes the reason why a lot of us lose motivation is that we get too addicted to the likes on social media. So I would say just take a brief hiatus or a break from doing social media for maybe a week or a month. So you could just uninstall Instagram from your phone, and rather than, you know, worry about Instagram, like how many likes you can get per photographs, you know, just keep it for yourself on your own hard drive, keep it on your phone. Because I do think that the process of making photos will bring you more joy than getting a bunch of likes and stuff like that. So once again, hopefully some of these tips could help you find some more joy in your everyday life and find inspiration to shoot. And remember, just always look around yourself and smile, because the world is a beautiful place. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Peace out.